Stop letting people play with you. People will play in your face with disrespect. People will play in your face when you ask them something and they're always lying. People will play in your face when they know they're supposed to do something concerning you and they don't, because they take your kindness for weakness. And what a lot of people do is they are delusional. They are in denial about the people in their circle. They are in denial about the people that they work with. They are in denial about the people who are in their bloodline. They are in denial about people that they have to deal with in ministry. And I say that some people are delusional, and I say that some people are in denial because what do? We have a bad habit sometimes of making excuses for people that we love. We have a bad habit of making excuses for people that we hold to a high regard and we respect them. And we give people the benefit of the doubt because we first look at the fact that they're a human, and we look at everything else that may play into that individual. We'll look at their past. We'll look at their background. We'll look at how they, were raised. We will look at where they are mentally, spiritually, intellectually. And so sometimes you will be more patient with a person, taking into consideration everything that goes on with them. But make no mistake about this, there are people who know exactly what they're doing when it comes to you. They know exactly what's going on. They know what they promised you. They know the job that they have to do concerning you, or a situation that ties all of you all together. Like I said, it could be in the workplace. It could be in ministry. It could be in your family. It could be with friends. All I'm saying to you all is stop letting these people play in your face. When you know that you have been honest and upfront with a person, when you know that you have treated someone with nothing but kindness and pure and genuine, sincere love and respect, but for whatever reason, they have either ghosted you, or they're lying to you, or they're using people to come against you, or they're being abusive to you verbally or physically for some of you in relationships. Stop letting people play in your face. What have I been saying to you all this week and even last week? I told you all, keep your bills current with people. Meaning, when an issue comes up with you and a particular person, you need to address it right then and there. You all have got to stop waiting for 2 days, for 3 days, for 5 days, for 5 months, for 1 year, for 3 years to go and confront somebody about something that they did to you. You sometimes will give people ample time to be real with you and straight up with you about whatever it is. Whether you're dating someone, whether you're in business with someone, whether there is a family issue, and they will play in your face. They will lie to you. They will tell you, I don't know anything about that. I didn't hear anything. You will confront people about certain things, and they will keep switching and changing the story. Stop letting people play in your face. Stop letting people play dumb when it comes to things that they know they should be doing. If you have made it clear to someone and you've told them, listen, this is what I expect. I expect this when it comes to business. I expect this when it comes to me and your relationship and communication within the family and with our friendship. People hear you. They may not listen, but they hear what you're saying. They understand what you're saying. And so if they get to the point where they say, oh, well, I didn't do that because I didn't feel like doing this, or I thought that I could do this or that, it looks different for each one of you. But you better stop letting people play in your face, because see, when you don't keep your bill current with people, and when you continue to keep letting people be slick with you, manipulate you, be sneaky with you, play games with you, lie to you, play with your head, play with your emotions, take advantage of you, use you, mistreat you, abuse you, whatever it is, they will keep doing it. They will keep doing it. It's no different from a woman that's in a relationship with a man that is a serial cheater. And when friends or family ask her, why do you keep going back to him? Why do you keep staying with him? They will say, well, I love him. I've been through a lot with him. I have history with him. But every time that woman forgives that man and stays with that man, I'm not talking about a married couple. I'm talking about somebody that's dealing with somebody and they not married to them. It could be male or female. Every time you stay with that person, knowing that they played in your face, knowing that they've done everything and they continue to do it, the fact that they know you're not going anywhere, the fact that they know you keep overlooking what they do and you keep forgiving it and forgiving it and forgiving it and letting it go, they're going to continue to play in your face. They will not stop. They may not verbally tell you, I think you're stupid. That's why I stay, because I know you're not going nowhere. But the fact that they keep playing in your face, that's proof. That's the evidence. That's the evidence that they are not taking you seriously. That's the evidence that they don't care about your feelings. That is the evidence that they don't have a lot of respect for you. You all will say a lot of times that people love you, but they've been through certain things. And you will say that that is what's causing them to treat you the way that they treat you. And that may be true. But I think what escapes so many people in very, very difficult situations, in marriage, in friendships, and in relationships and business connections, what a lot of people are losing and what is escaping a lot of people is the simple fact that people are not dumb the way you think they are. They don't have to have a degree. They don't have to have all the experiences that you've had. People have common sense. And people know when they're playing with you. People know what their motive, what their agenda, and what their plan is for you when they first meet you. But what you allow is what is going to continue. And when people play in your face, they don't change it and it doesn't stop because you have not set boundaries and put your foot down. Some of you all, you have an image in your mind about who the person was in the beginning when you met them. You'll say he or she was not like that when I first met them. They were not like that when I started doing business with them in the beginning. They were not like that when I started talking to them. They were not like this in a family when we were younger. And you use that to say that's why you sticking around while they're playing in your face. But until you set a boundary and stick to it, people will do what they want. They will say what they want. They will come at you the way that they want. Right in your face. Right in your face. Because they know you're not serious about what you say to them. It's the same thing with a parent to a child. Those of you all that have children, you may have told your child when they got bad grades in school or they didn't do a chore in the house, you may have threatened to spank them or put them on punishment, or you said you were going to take their video game away from them, or you told them you were not going to allow them to hang out with their friends over the weekend, or you told them they're not going to be able to watch TV. And then you see their face looking sad. You see them moping around. They give you the fake weak, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Dad. They talk to you like that. And a lot of parents, we've all been guilty of it. We will acquiesce to that. And everything we threatened them with, as far as what we were going to take away from them and how we were going to punish them, it changes. Not one time, not two times, but sometimes repeatedly. It will go on for years and years that this is how you deal with your child or your children. And what does a lot of kids do? They will continue to play in your face. This is a hard truth, an ugly truth for a lot of you all, but this is a fact. At what point do you think people will stop taking you seriously? You think that they do it just because they don't have anything else better to do? Or do you think that you set the tone for it? You set the tone for that. You set the tone for it. Because what you say you expect from people, what you tell people they're not going to do to you, what you tell people is a deal breaker for you, when they pull it and when they do it, or when they don't do it, or when they say it, they start playing in your face and you still stick around. You still stay friends with them. You still date them. You still help them. You still sleep with them. You still come to the rescue. You allow people to overstep your boundaries. Whatever the case is, I'm telling you all, stop letting people play in your face. If you do not at some point put your foot down with people and demand respect, especially if you're giving it, if you can honestly say, hey, I give respect to everybody I come across. I'm not problematic. I'm not confrontational. I'm respectful. I know how to treat people. I know how to talk to people. So if you're that type of man or woman, tell me why a lot of you all allow somebody to play in your face. What do you fear? Breaking up with somebody? Cutting a friendship off? Putting your foot down because you're afraid of your child being mad at you or you making them cry? But then some of you all, you cry because of how people talk to you. You cry because of what people do to you. You cry because of what they're not doing for you. Because you expect them to be a support system, or you need the resources that they have, and they keep their hand closed when it comes to you. All their help and their resources, or if you need finances to help something because you have a vision, they have all these things available to everybody else but not you. They're playing in your face. In 2024, there are three main things I've told you all so far this year. I've told you all, stop the manipulation in the kingdom of God. When you hear truth being taught, preached, or spoken on, I told you all to get back to baseline. The thing that you were doing in the beginning when you started something, a lot of you all have gotten away from that. It has gotten messy for a lot of you all. Messy in business, messy in ministry, messy in relationships. So now you've got to go back to baseline. And the third thing I'm telling you all is stop letting people play in your face. If you want to heal in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit, and if you want to have a situation that you are working on to flourish, and you want to see that real blessing, you have got to stop letting people play with you. You've got to stop letting people disrespect you. You've got to stop letting people manipulate you right in your face. Say what you mean and mean what you say. When you keep reneging and backpedaling and not being serious about what you're saying, people will play with you. They will play with your time. They will play with your money. They will play with your heart. A lot of you all, you should already know this, but I don't think a lot of you all know this. You don't wait until your life is in shambles, or your friendships or relationships or business or platform is in shambles before you get serious as far as correcting people who are playing with you. From jump, you need to tell people what it is. Look people in their eye and be serious about what you expect. And what you expect and demand, you got to be able to deliver that as well. Don't be cocky and arrogant or a hypocrite and you demand a high level of respect and love and support, but that is not what you are. If you want respect, give it. If you want support, be supportive. If you want genuine, real, sincere love, you got to be genuine and sincere and real in your love. This way, when people start playing with you, you can confidently say, this is why I have to sever the relationship. This is why I can no longer talk to you on the phone. This is why I can no longer text you. This is why you are no longer welcome in my home. This is why, son or daughter, I cannot keep helping you and giving you everything without you working for it, because you continue to play in my face. Tell people that. When you start evaluating your relationships and interactions and connections with people, and they've played in your face long enough, and you have the evidence and you have the proof, and you've talked to that person or those people numerous times, because sometimes you should have conversations before you start doing the chopping. I'm not going to promote you just cutting people off just like that. You pray. You take it to God. Sorry, guys. Pray. Take it to God. Go to the person. But if they continue with the same behavior, put a stop to it. Don't allow anybody to play in your face. I don't care how much you love them. I don't care what you feel about them.